Hello everyone! If you are working on this bunny basket crochet kit from Five Below, I am on to the inner part of the ears, which is crocheted a lot differently than the rest of the basket. It's called an Afghan stitch, and it's also called a Tunisian crochet stitch, which I had to go learn to do this. Please don't mind my hands. They're very dry from an eczema flare living in the Midwest with the weather, the washing of the hands, and having eczema and all of that. I thought that I would show how that's done for this project, especially when it's only 6 chains that we're working with, and to show what they mean by 20, I think the number was 28 rows, because you might get confused when you're going back and forth. The way this way doesn't count as one. When you make 2 complete passes, that counts as one altogether. So you're going to start with your white yarn. We have our white yarn, our crochet hook. We're going to make a slip knot. I'll do that off camera quick because under the camera is a little bit tricky for me. We're going to just chain the 6 that it asks for. I have like my right finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Has a liquid band-aid on it, so that's not crusty, gross stuff. It's a liquid band-aid. I'm sorry that you have to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So really that's 5 plus 1. And what they want you to do is go through the first chain, pull up a loop, and leave it on there, and do the rest for the other ones all the way until you have all of the loops on. And since you started with a loop, you should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I need my last one, which is in that knot. Because even though you have 5 stitches, because usually that last one is, the chain 1 and turn, you already had a loop on your hook, so that there's always going to be a loop left on your hook, so you're always going to have a leftover one basically. So this doesn't count as row 1 yet. It starts to count, this looks really weird, I'm going to fix that. It starts to count as row 1 as you work your way back. So you pull up a loop, and every time you start, this is how you start, and then the rest of it goes the same way as the rest of it. You start differently though. So you just yarn over, pull through 1, and then you yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. And then you're starting to have that pattern, and you should be able to see these little bars that are in front. Now what you do is you go to the bars. You don't start at this one in the front. You skip the one that's on the side. The one that's way on the side here, you don't do that one. You do that one right there. So you go in there, yarn over, pull up a loop, leave it on. Go in, over, pull up, in, over, pull up, in, over, pull up. Then at the end, I just grab the end, like you don't see a true bar necessarily. I just go in that end bar that's kind of by itself. It doesn't have really anything behind it, and pull up that loop. And now you should be working with 5 on your hook. I think that's correct. So pull over, pull through 1. I'm going to redo that. And when I was learning it, the lady did skip that first one. So I just copy what she did. 1, I just went in the bars. 1, 2, 3, and then there was only 4. So now you end up with those 5 loops that you have. So yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest. And that's going to get started on your whole thing. I just kind of pull it. It does get lopsided, but then as you go, it's going to straighten out. Let me know if you have any questions. It should end up looking something like this. And when it gets to the end, when it's decreasing, you're just yarning over and going through 2 bars at the same time and then pulling through them. And then it wants you to yarn over and pull through 1. And then it wants to do another decrease. So it wants you to yarn over and pull through 2 of the bars. That's how I did the decrease at the top. And then I went ahead and pulled off. And again, this is only row 2. You have to get all the way back to the other side. Normally in crochet, when you go back and forth, those are the rows. Not for this pattern. I purposely used my little tally marks, and there was no way that half of this was going to fit on the ear that I ended up with. And there was a possibility that I overdid the ears, but even so, that wouldn't have been a long enough ear for the bunny basket. So I hope that helps.